You know what's going on today? You know what's happening with everybody today? Like with the world?
What's that?
The world's vampire. It's Halloween.
Does the whole world celebrate Halloween? I don't
know.
think so.
I know
Maybe.
the country is a vampire today.
The country's a vampire
every day.
What are you talking about? We're minorities in America. No. Duh, sometimes I sit in the truck on the way to work, or anytime I'm alone.
Right.
And I think about all this dumb shit is going on, and I look around and I think I want to make a podcast, and I want to get Andrew over here and Terrence and any other minorities we can pull from different areas.
Just have an angry brown council.
Yeah, I was gonna say no. We'll call it the Minority Report. I know we've talked about this before.
We should totally do that.
Yep, then we can talk about like current issues and shit. But
y'all other podcast aspirers, you can't have it. We saw it's in concrete.
Minority Report is ours. Fuck, what's his name? Cruise.
Yeah, fuck Tom Cruise with his 5'1" ass.
If he is a gay dude, like, it's gotta be hard for like a big guy to fuck Tom Cruise because he's gotta they gotta get on the ground to do it.
They can't just pick his ass up.
Well, I suppose. Yeah, I suppose they could do that. I was just because Tom Cruise, like, if he is a gay dude, that he's been doing a lot of Mission Impossible in training. He might break some dick off by accident, you know?
Just do some Kegels exercises and just.
Dude, I saw he was a Saturday Night Live with who is it? Mr. T, and they were talking about working out, and he was talking about being in prison or some shit, and he's like sticking a dick in his ass. He's like, I'll break it off. He like clench his cheeks and break it off. I'm like, God damn. That's a booty. I'm gonna try to get some booty tonight. Not like booty, like the round booty that you play with and love.
Oh, I was thinking he was trying to get like treasure or something.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm talking about booty from like.
Arr!
I'm gonna plan on getting candy. I'm gonna steal it from the kids. I'm gonna pirate it from the kids while they're asleep.
God, man, I'm so sad that my kids like passed the stage of trick or treating. Because like, now he's out doing teenage shit with his teenage friends, and I don't get free candy no more. I gotta get clearance candy at Walmart and shit.
Yeah. Hey, you know what's a good idea though? Tomorrow, everything's gonna be 50% off. As far as costumes go, like we could get tons
all
of
the stuff we need.
Yeah, to do like whatever skits or whatever kind of shit we want to do. Because honestly, like we talk about it, we plan it out, we write shit.
We've got actually a good progress going on that one thing that we're working on.
Yeah.
Actually, tonight would be perfect to get that one shot that we were talking about with the drinks and stuff.
Oh yeah, it would, huh? From a bar.
Thought ahead. I brought my camera and everything.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad you thought with your head. How does it work at night?
Side. We're gonna probably need some better lighting.
Yeah, same thing with my fucking GoPro. It's weird.
Really, your GoPro?
Yeah, it has shitty lighting, dude. Like in the dark, it records very terribly.
Okay, so we have like the same camera then.
Yeah.
How does it deal with dim lighting though?
It does good. I mean, it does good, and the image quality is nice, but it's like it's hard to see. But if you move fast, it doesn't get blurry at all.
Yeah, mine gets a little blurry, but quality is okay. But when I stream on my computer in the same lighting, it's dark as fuck. Like you can't.
Well, what about
with the same camera?
What about when you film porn with that thing? Because I know you have like 10,000 followers on Pornhub. His name is Twitch McSwitch Big Dicks.
No, it's what was it? Pete. That tool that we found. It was Pete.
No, it wasn't Pete. It was.
No.
No. It
wasn't something Loader? Wasn't? No, it wasn't Loader. It was.
Yeah.
God damn it! We need to go all the way to fucking Fleet Farm to find this shit now.
Yeah. Yep. I can't remember what it was, dude. But yeah, we had some good names going there.
Yep.
About that one.
Oh, what about Rick Gloss?
Rick Gloss, yep. Glossy.
I'm still happy with that one.
Yeah, I like the font. But yeah, so I'm taking my kids trick or treat today. I'm gonna dress up as a crow with the talking mask and go look at everybody, see if we can scare somebody. Normally, like, I miss the times where we used to go to parties and do all of that fun shit, or even like do haunted houses. Or I didn't really do anything scary for Halloween. I did look at Twitter a lot. I did watch a few scary movies. I looked on Twitter and I saw that Q was posting like a movie every day, like
for like Halloween.
For Halloween, yeah. And the last one he just posted, I think it was Monster Squad, or maybe that was yesterday. All I know is that shit was fucking one of my favorite movies growing up. And I remember watching all these scary movies and having a good time and being scared. I watch scary movies now, dude, and I don't even freak out. I like zombie movies. I get into those. I get ready to go. I want to go shoot stuff after watching some zombie shit.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much all I got planned for Halloween.
I'm gonna wait on you to get back from trick or treating so we can have this little after podcast shindig that we're doing.
Yeah, with the drinking.
Yeah.
I can't get too trash. I gotta work in the morning.
But I mean, in the meantime, yeah, I'm not getting that fucked up. I got work tomorrow too, and there's some stuff at home I want to do as far as like other work is concerned. But, like mainly getting this podcast uploaded.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, while you're out trick or treating, I'm probably just gonna ride public transit in costume and just growl at people.
That's funny, dude. Yeah, I kind of wanted to do something more, something dangerous, but I don't know, man. It's cold.
Like what?
Well, there's a few things. Like, okay, so in Anoka, there's an old insane asylum. Mm-hmm. And when I used to live up there when I was a kid, I would ride my bike up that area, and you'd see crazy people walking around in the yards and shit, just like the movies. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? But they all have these big, giant, old buildings that have been there since like fucking 19-something. I don't even know the history of how long it's been there. But these are crazy people houses. Like, and people have died there. Like, I mean, if we could just look at the history of it, like online, dude, there's like tons of shit about it, right? But all of these houses, like, they're giant mansions, and they're all the same, and they're all connected by underground tunnels. And like,
really?
Yes.
Oh, why didn't we think about that like way further ahead of time?
Like, what do you mean?
Like to go check the shit out.
Dude, well, that's the thing. Like, it's locked out for the most part.
So's the mill, but we've been there.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. We have been to the mill. I don't know, man. Like, I always wanted to explore it, like, because now it's closed down, and it's been around for God knows how long. Like, if I had my phone on me, I'd look it up right now, but my phone is DED. I heard all kinds of crazy shit about that place being haunted.
You know what we should do on Halloween is I don't know if they still do it, but for a while the City Pages was talking about there's this service. They you pay them. And it's like for Halloween, like they, nothing bad happens to you, but it's like a simulation kind of like they tell you to meet them up at like some parking lot or some shit, and they just roll up in a van and they kidnap your ass, and then you got to like try to escape.
That sounds like a bad idea.
You might end up getting really kidnapped.
Yeah, right. Like, I'm just gonna tap this bitch's phone, like slip them a little thing. Check this out. You should do this for Halloween. Slip them my number. And then just roll up and kidnap him, It's like she warned all her friends, I'm going to get kidnapped today. I got to see how to get free. And then you got a chick in your basement, and you're in trouble. See? That's a bad idea. Next thing you know, you got her dad, who's a police officer, looking for her. Mm-hmm. And then you got this whole fucking Taken scenario
Liam
going.
Neeson looking for her.
Like, God damn it. I didn't want to have to kill Darkman, but he's not Darkman. Who was Darkman?
Darkman was, you talk about the dude with the invisible dude?
Yeah.
No,
Darkman.
Oh, okay, I'm thinking about Hollow Man. Oh, Darkman with the bandages on his face and shit. Yeah.
I kind of want to say he was the dude from The Mummy because he has a similar face.
Liam Neeson?
No.
Brendan Fraser?
No. The Imhotep or Impotent. Imhotep, whatever his name is. Impotent.
I'm finna look this up
Impotent.
Impotent. Impotent. Darkman IMDb.
I don't remember, dude. It's been so long since I was a kid. Since I see that I have no idea.
Motherfucking Liam Neeson.
It is Liam Neeson, right?
Hold up. I didn't even know he was a person back then.
I knew he was. Okay, so I was right. He is Darkman. I don't want to have to kill fucking Darkman.
That's motherfucking Darkman.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. That's like one of the first things I remember him in. Or something like a lead role.
You know, it's probably because I never seen Darkman that I never got to experience Liam Neeson in the 90s.
What?
Yeah, I never bothered because it seemed like a whack movie, man. I was
It
like,
was
what a
kinda
lame superhero.
It was kind of, you know, I kind of, I liked it, but it was gritty. It wasn't as good as like, it kind of had the same feel along the lines of The Shadow, or
that's why I didn't bother.
Or
The Shadow was terrible.
What is that other movie with Billy Zane and he is wearing the purple suit?
That was The Shadow, wasn't it?
No. The Shadow is the guy who can make people, like, he can fade away from people's minds and shit, when he always wore, like, the fucking...
Oh, the trench coat.
The trench coat and the
oh,
bill
yeah, that's
hat.
right. Purple suit. That was, the Spectre, Ghost, some shit like that. You know what I'm talking
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it is. He had the fucking ring with the skull on it
Yeah.
and shit. Somebody get back to us, or we can IMDb that shit. Either way. But, yeah. It had that same feel, like that off-brand hero shit.
Yeah.
It wasn't like Marvel or anything cool. Like, but it was still interesting. Spawn wasn't Marvel or DC,
Image.
but it still was like
That was a really good superhero movie. Well, I won't even call it a anti-hero movie.
Anti-hero movie. There's a comic with Spawn in it where he's in hell and all of them are pinned up. Like, he's got Superman's arms, Wolverine's arms. Everybody's in hell, trapped in hell, because their owners signed them away, basically, dude. And it was like a protest towards Marvel and like all of their fucking bureaucratic shit and everything.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Fucking, you should read that episode. Whatever you want to call it.
Issue?
That tissue.
You ever see, like, I never got to read the comics, but like there was a lot of images floating around when it came out, when Spawn got redeemed.
Yeah.
And he was like fighting for heaven and shit.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah,
Yep, I remember
really
him
good.
fight, and then he whooped their asses and locked them all up.
That was really good artwork. I liked that.
Dude,
shit.
he locked them up. He went to
Really?
hell. He went to heaven and basically whooped people's asses too, and like pinned them up. Like, you guys are in trouble. No. He did like bad kids to heaven too. You know, because shit's fucked up there too. It's not like it. Like, you know, they had some trifling ass angels, dude. That series, I loved Spawn, dude. I loved that whole fucking comic book series. I didn't get all the way through, but I got a lot of way through it, especially from what grade was I in? 6th grade. I got expelled from school, and I was reading a lot of Spawn.
So I was reading a lot of Marvel and DC shit all the time. Like, I would read the occasional Spawn or like Witchblade.
Yeah.
But it was always like bits and pieces, so I was never like completely caught up. It was just whatever I got at the time, and because I liked the artwork. It was mostly about the artwork.
I loved the artwork. The storyline was fucking dark, and I loved the blood. And that's one thing I never got from DC at that age. Like, I'm fucking 12, dude. I go to Walgreens and I see like a Spawn comic book, and I pick it up and I'm reading. I'm like, holy fuck! And then I just go like every fucking week or every other week to wait to see if another one's there, and then I'll buy that bitch, swoop it up. I only did that for like so long, you know, and then eventually I had to catch up with it through. You might know this kid. We used to play fucking Magic. He lived down here off of Vincent, right across, because that was before the school was built, or that elementary
by your house.
No, by your old house on Xerxes.
What school?
That thing across the
That
street.
little child care center across the street.
Yeah. So it was down that area though that he lived. This little nerdy white dude and an Asian dude. God, I can't remember their names now. Fuck. But anyways, he had tons of Spawn comics, right? And then I would have to catch up with fucking library. Had them for a while. They actually put out the what do they call, graphic novels and shit like that.
You know what I found out is that if you are at the library and you're looking for something specifically, if if they don't have it, you can request it online.
Yeah.
And they'll order the shit.
Yeah.
And then you can go and pick it up and shit. I was like, that's dope.
Yep.
Like my homeboy Matt at work, like that's how he gets down with everything now. Like that's how he watches all his movies. He don't got Netflix and all that shit, man. He's like off the grid when it comes to like streaming and like TV and shit like that. So he just goes to the library, he just requests shit, and he just gets.
He goes to the library.
Yeah.
And that's where he gets all his information from.
Mm-hmm.
That's some old ass information.
Yeah.
There's so many new discoveries that happened just like yesterday. You know, that's really hard for me to like.
Well, I mean, he still looks at shit on the internet. Like
Okay.
he's got like a computer and shit.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have a smartphone.
Okay.
He doesn't use Netflix. He rarely watches TV, but like when he wants to, he just gets shit from the library.
Yeah. You know what's funny is I got all these movies and all these streaming services, like, and I don't use any of them really. I basically use YouTube and it's free.
I'm thinking about canceling a few, but I really like having.
Tomorrow is the fucking
Canelo
fight. That's gonna be a dope ass fight. Kovalev is so much bigger than him. Like he's moving up 2 weight classes to fight this Kovalev dude.
Really?
Yes, and I'm like, you're fucking.
Is he giving up the belt if he loses?
What? Kovalev? Yeah,
No,
he's got a belt.
No, fucking
Canelo. Yeah. Well, every time you move up, you basically relinquish your belt. Whatever belt you got, you give it up. He's just out collecting belts. He's trying to be like Mayweather right now. And that's cool.
So when he moves up to this next weight class, he doesn't have the belt no more.
He's not the champion in that weight class.
So who gets the belt then?
He's the champ in whatever weight class he was just in. I can't remember what it is. He's like 165 or 145 or some shit like that. He has to vacate it, but he's a champ at the moment he's in the ring. But the moment that first punch is thrown, he's relinquished the belt. That's how that works.
So then who gets the belt after that?
Who? It's a vacated title, so then they have to set up a boxing match for it. And it's usually the top 2 contenders. Usually. It's sometimes they do shit like the UFC where it's like, this is going to sell, so we're going to push this guy to be champ. But it's almost never. Unlike like the UFC, like, man, if you come in and you win 2 fights in a row, but you're talking good shit and like you knock dudes out and like you're best friends with somebody or some weird shit happens, it's like nepotism.
Right.
It's favoritism in the UFC, you know, like some people get the shot right away. Brock Lesnar came in like 1 or 2 fights he was fighting for the heavyweight belt, you know.
Right.
Some people come straight in for the belt. And it's like, okay, it just doesn't make sense. And you got all these other guys who are getting skipped up.
Yeah, they've been working their asses off trying to get the belt and shit.
Yep.
And
So
then they got to fucking sit underneath some new guy's shadow.
Yeah. But yeah, DAZN is so good because that's going to be on, I think, the UFC tomorrow, or excuse me, Saturday. Nate Diaz, the West Coast.
Robbie was telling me about that. That's going to happen tomorrow.
And Masvidal,
that's like the same time as the Canelo fight, though.
That's why we're going to have 2 fucking things running.
I got to work tomorrow, though, man. What time is the main event?
The main event, man. It's probably you'll probably be able to catch it.
I mean, I can watch it at work
because it's happening in New York. And I don't know when the fucking Canelo fight's starting.
If it's happening in New York, that means it's gonna happen earlier here.
I believe so, but it's a huge card, so it might last fucking all night.
I'll just have to keep an eye on it tomorrow because I can watch it at work. I got it on my phone.
God, I wish I had my phone on me. I'd look that shit up right now and let you know.
I can look too.
But yeah, there's gonna be some dope ass fights, dude. That whole card is stacked. The Canelo fight is stacked. I'm glad Bellator didn't decide to do something stupid.
I've been waiting for another Canelo fight, man, because I've wanted him to lose a fight.
I think a lot of people want him.
And that last Canelo fight was a disappointment. Remember that one? Yeah. I was falling asleep during that fight.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. But Canelo's moving up really fast in weight. I just don't know if he's going to be able to fight this Kovalev dude.
Don't this dude look like a black Naruto?
Oh, yeah. KSI and Paul Logan are fighting again.
Paul Logan?
Yep. Paul Logan.
Or Logan Paul, whatever.
Logan Paul, whatever. They fought each other once before.
I didn't even know he was fighting.
They're boxing. It's a boxing match. So if you watch it, it's a terrible boxing match. You can tell these guys are... You can tell Paul Logan has more experience, though. And if you look at KSI, like him using the pads, oh my God, it looks really bad, dude. It looks bad.
Oh, we missed the press conference for Canelo and Kovalev.
I'm not worried about the press conference. You should see just the size difference between those two guys.
Weigh-in is 4:00. Wait, that's tomorrow.
Yep. So Saturday.
Saturday.
Yep.
That's what we were saying. Tomorrow is Saturday.
Yep.
I still got to work Saturday, but like I said, I could watch a good chunk of it at work.
I'm excited. I've been really excited.
Main event at 8:00.
8:00 p.m.
Or main card.
Main card at 8.
Main event or the undercard starts at 5:30.
The main card starts. Is this boxing or are we talking about?
Yeah, boxing.
And the main card starts
8:00.
And is that the card or main event?
Main card.
Okay, and who's all on the main card?
It doesn't say.
I wonder. It's probably like 2 or 3 matches. They don't have too many. Like it's not like UFC where you got like 10 matches before the fucking.
Yeah.
Like the main card might have.
There's
6.
also a fight at 2 on Saturday. Taylor versus Linardato.
Taylor, Jermaine Taylor. Is he fighting still?
It's a WBO junior welterweight.
Yeah, Jermaine Taylor.
No.
Who's the Taylor guy?
It's females.
Oh, okay. I have no idea. It's been a while since I watched, like, since Holly Holm and fucking Layla Ali and shit. Female boxers. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Holly Holm was a pro boxer.
Oh, really?
She's champ. Yeah. That's why when people were thinking Ronda Rousey was going to beat her, I was laughing my ass off. Like, are you kidding me? Like, she's taller, she got a longer reach, and she was a fucking boxer, and you think Ronda Rousey's going to knock out Holly Holm. Okay. It was awesome. She whooped Holly Holm, or fucking Ronda's ass, and then kicked her into oblivion. Knocked her out cold. Remember that shit?
That was a good fight.
Boom, hit the ground. They didn't try not to show that replay so much.
What was that one fight with what's her name? Nunez? Yeah.
Amanda Nunes or
Nunes.
Yeah. With her and Ronda.
Yeah.
Oh, she was working her ass up, dude. She had no chance.
Didn't she beat up Holly Holmes too?
I think so. I think it was a decision. I don't remember. I know it. She didn't finish her. I don't think she might have. I can't remember now. I know
because it was after Ronda lost the title.
Oh no, that was what's her name? What the fuck was her name? Miesha Tate.
Yeah, Miesha Tate.
Yep. Miesha Tate choked out Holly Holm.
Yep.
And then got beat up by Amanda Nunes.
That was a good fight. The belt.
Yep. She got smashed. But I'm waiting. That's why I want to see Kat Zingano because Kat Zingano beat the fuck out of Amanda Nunes, but she's no longer fighting for the UFC. She just signed up to fight for Bellator.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Nice.
So she's gonna be fighting at Bellator. It's gonna be cool. But anyways, back to the streaming services. You start talking about fights for like 2 seconds, dude. Or we start talking about streaming services, and soon as DAZN just got mentioned.
Oh, fight!
Yep,
fight!
It's gonna be awesome. But yeah, like, I don't know, man. I feel like I should probably get rid of streaming services. I don't know about how that guy does it without using the phone or having all that extra shit on him, or using Netflix or whatever. But I need my phone at least.
Here's the crazy thing. He caved in and bought a smartphone finally, like a few months ago. He was like, I don't know what to do with this thing. Like, I'm just gonna probably use it for calls and that's it. Like, I'm not gonna download no apps, nothing, right? Like, I don't really like this phone. I'd prefer a flip phone. I was like, really? And he's like, yeah. He's like my age, and
you weirdo.
He was like, yeah, I don't know, man. It's cool, whatever. I'll just deal with it. And then the more he held on to it, he's like, I really don't like this phone. And then someone stole his phone out of his bag at the library, I think it was. No, on the bus, one of the two. And then he was like, yeah, it's whatever, man. I'm going to just get another phone. And I was like, okay, cool. You got insurance on your smartphone? He's like, nah, probably going to get another little cheap flip phone. And I was like, really? And then sure enough, he came back, like one of the little Matrix-looking flip phones.
Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus. You weird bastard.
I was like,
we're
holy
in
shit, man, you need a fucking exit? Like,
Right. We're in the fucking future. What are you doing with that thing, man? Oh, God, that's so funny. You know, I get it, though.
We're in the future.
What the fuck are you doing? You got one of those fucking rotary phones at home? I gotta talk to my friends. Hold on, give me like a minute. You sit there all fucking day.
People are like, for customer service, press 1.
Hey,
shit.
Who wants to move that slow in life? Like, as far as that goes, like I want to be able to get a hold of people like immediately, and most people don't like to answer their phones nowadays.
You talking about rotary phones or with flip phones?
No, like in phones in general, you can call a motherfucker. He might not answer, but you text him, you can get a response later.
Mm-hmm.
It's just fucking that kind of way. Oh man, that bitch. Gotta get this thing going real quick.
Yep. Yeah. I don't know, man. I've grown accustomed to owning a smartphone since they've been a thing. Yeah. I immediately went with the change. Like, fuck, I need a flip phone for when there's all this cool shit happening. And I got to experience a good chunk of smartphones before I decided to stick with the one I got. Like, I had a fucking BlackBerry for a while. That was cool. I had a Sidekick before that. Remember those?
Yep.
And then I got an Android after my BlackBerry got stolen. And then I thought it was a piece of shit after like 4 months of owning it.
Right.
And then so like the next year when I went to college, I got an iPhone. And I've just been stuck with iPhone ever since. I don't think I could ever go back.
I've lost a bunch of phones, and they're like, I have no idea what the fuck happened to them, but I know people found them, and they found plenty of dick from me on the phones. Like, I took a picture of my junk and would send it to like just random people I don't even fucking know. I wouldn't even look. I'd just spin my finger in my fucking phone book and press a button, and boom, you're getting a dick pic.
I've known you for how long?
You're lucky. It's never landed on you. No, I'm just kidding. No, but I'm sure they looked, and I'm sure I've had a dick pic or two on my phone that I was like, well, there's my penis. And somebody was definitely looking at it, at least for a moment, because I never really lock my phones, ever. It's just kind of like, I don't give a fuck.
You gonna see some shit. You fuck with this phone.
You fuck with this phone, you gonna look. You gonna find something you're not gonna want to see.
It's like fucking with the Ark of the Covenant and
Yep.
shit. Like they unlock your phone and they're like,
melting faces and shit. That was a great scene in that
Hell yeah.
movie. But yeah, I imagine like, I saw a thing on Gore.com where somebody found a phone, and there was a video on it of somebody fucking murdering somebody. Like,
really?
yeah, them recording themselves fucking murdering somebody in their sleep. Like, bitches would sleep, yeah, and they fucking murdered them. Now,
and instead of turning it into the police, they uploaded it to the internet.
yes. Yes. Or it could have been theirs. But that was the story, is that they found this flip phone, and this was the video that was on it. And I was like, whoa. That's pretty crazy. I don't know what happened. Like, I didn't dig any further. It was just like, you know, when you go down those holes.
Yeah.
I haven't been down one of those holes in a while. Actually, that was probably like 5 years ago. It was before I was living on Dowling. It was
Yeah, was that when you were over south?
Yeah, no, this was over off of 74th over in Brooklyn Park.
Yep.
But yeah, it's been a while. And, you know, I fucking really can't stand those fucking videos because they keep me up at night, and then I end up going down a rabbit hole looking at more because my anxiety is like, look over the edge, just do it. Like, I don't know why. Like, anytime I get anxiety over something, I gotta rush towards it, and I just gotta, I don't know, like, get it over with. Let's just
fucking get it done.
Yep, let's get it
off. Rip it off quick like a Band-Aid.
Yes, yeah, it's kind of how it is. Like, I used to have anxiety about, I still do. Well, not really, but I used to. Like, when I was in school, I would have to stand up in front of class, and I'm like, I wanted to be first. I wanted to get that shit over with. I was fucking nervous. I couldn't stand it.
Oh, I do that with tests.
Yeah.
Because I like, for example, I have math anxiety.
Yeah.
So with math tests especially, I'm just like,
yeah.
Let me just get this fucking done. let me be the first one done so I can get the fuck out of here and decompress. And it's never the case. Like, I just rush myself to the point where I'm second guessing myself later on during the test. Like, no, I should go back and fix that. And then I end up being like the last person done with the test.
That's funny, dude. No, I didn't have to worry about that.
But like everything else, I'm like, hurry up and just get it fucking done with like tests and shit. Like, especially like when I was like in like psych class in college and shit like that. Because like I'm not gonna. He gives you like what 45 minutes to take the test.
Usually,
I don't need 45 minutes to do 3 pages of work.
Right.
And it's not like 3 fat pages. You know what I mean? Like there's some big spaces in between these things. So
I don't know, dude. I never really had math anxiety. Like, it's always been anxiety of like large people because I'm outnumbered everywhere I go.
Large people or large numbers of people?
Large numbles.
Large numbers the people.
Yeah, large groups of people or anything like that. I mean, because I'm outnumbered no matter where I go, like I said.
Aaron was like that.
Yeah. Well, how many fucking natives have you seen in a group? Like, you see one with everybody, maybe. Most groups of guys I see walking down the street don't have a native dude in there. Every now and again, you'll see one.
Me and Aaron I got 2 tickets to Bush.
Yeah.
And nobody was able to go with me, so I took Aaron with me. And Aaron was like, is there going to be a lot of people there?
It's fucking
And
Bush.
even Kimmer asked that question, and I was like, yeah, it's going to be a lot of people there, but I mean, I don't know how many people. He was like, well, how many do you think? I was like, it can't be that many people. I'm just trying to get him to go with me.
Right.
So we go, and his Target Center is just full of people, and he's just like, I don't know if I can do this, man. And I was like, you'll be all right. Just don't go nowhere.
Yeah, dude. So there was that. I just don't trust people. I couldn't trust people. And I got into a lot of fights and shit, so I had that anxiety going on. I got motherfuckers always trying to fight with me and shit. Mm-hmm. So I would always go for it, like, right away. That way it's be over with. I don't have to worry about after school. No, fuck after school. We'll do this shit right now and get it over with. Because I don't give a fuck what anybody has to say. I mean, it's fucking nerve-wracking when you're about to fight. Just the whole way up, the whole way to the fight, it's just so much anxiety and stress. Like, you know, this dude and you are gonna clash within the next couple of weeks. Mm-hmm. It's gonna happen. Mm-hmm. Like, fuck that. It's happening tomorrow. I don't need 2 weeks of anxiety and stress. Like, fuck that. I'm going to your house. I'm going to your classroom. We're going to do this shit, and then it's over with. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to be fucking scared or fucking freaked out about anything happening without me knowing. I don't like that.
Is that why you won't fight professionally if like you had the option to? Like, if you wanted to, like...
No, actually, I love competition, which is so much different than like an out of like anger dispute. Like, fuck. And
so you would do it professionally?
Yeah, I would have.
Even though it takes a lot longer to build up to that fight?
Yeah. I would have anxiety probably the week of. And only because I know that dude's like trained hard and studied everything he could about me and to try to beat me. But I know I did everything that I could the same. You know, I fucking fought. I look at every little aspect of this dude.
Right.
But that last week, I'd be like, let's just get this shit over with. Fuck it, let's just do this now. I can't wait. I could understand that anxiety. Like, I get that shit. It just eats you up. Like, fuck that. I can't stand that.
So what if say like you were like in high school right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't know me, and like you like bumped into me, and I might have spilled some chocolate milk on myself or some shit, and I was like, me and you, bike rack, 3 o'clock.
I would have went right there, dude. Fuck 3 o'clock. I'm not waiting. We're doing this now. I don't want to wait. I don't want to have to fucking freak out. Like, what if he's got a gun? What do I don't know what the fuck.
What if he brings more people?
Yeah, exactly. Like, we got this opportunity now. I can do it right now. Fuck that. Yeah, it sucks.
I never understood that in the movies and like TV shows where like the bully like he's like, I'm gonna see you in the fucking schoolyard at 3 o'clock after school. Like, why not just fuck him up right now?
Because he doesn't. Because he's afraid himself, and he's trying to fucking make that person more afraid. Like, look, you got all day to think about that ass whooping now. And then you're going to like, are you going to show up? I don't think so. You're probably like, fuck it, I'm not showing up. But if it's happening right now, you're like, you got no choice. You might fucking cower up, or you might say, fuck it, I have to do something. And that's the way I'm like, I don't want to fucking think about that shit and freeze up. Like, what if this? What if that? What if that? I don't want to overthink anything. If it's a fight, I'm fucking let's just do this before I fucking get anxiety about anything. It's better that way. It's better for me that way. Though the more I think about it, the more I'm not gonna want to do it. Like, I don't want to like, and then I'll fucking think of reasons. I'll be smart. Like, why do I need to fight this person? I mean, I don't. I don't need to. I just need to avoid them or whatever.
Maybe I won't go to the bike ride.
Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll be fucking smart. No, I'm like, fuck it. Let's do it now. It's like that with everything, though. Like heights, or like I'm not really afraid of heights, but like sometimes like I'm way the fuck up there and I have to lean over the edge, and it's like 50 feet down or further, and I'm like way the fuck up there. I'm like, I don't want to wait around. If I have to tear shit off around the edge and I know that's the highest point, I'm not going to do everything first and then hit that. I'm like, I'm going to hit that first. And then I'm going to have my relax the rest of the fucking time. Because like, that shit's fucking nerve wracking when you got to lean over an edge like way the fuck up there. They doing that shit's scary. Doing anything like that's scary. Knowing I have to walk or do something that's like I'm not going to like and it's going to give me anxiety, I'm just rushed to do it. And like haunted house, like if there was a ghost, I would fucking like, so everybody would run, I would fucking ball knuckles up, like
punch the ghost,
like punching at air like fuck yeah, like a maniac. And people were like, what is this dude's problem? Yeah, I'd be that fucking guy. Like, when people get eaten by monsters or whatever, nobody's attacking back ever. They're just like screaming, I'm gonna be biting the fuck out of whatever. I don't give a fuck.
I think about that with fucking like loose dogs and shit like that when they come running up on you. Like, dude. I was walking home from here like a week ago. I didn't tell you this. I was walking home like a week ago. The German Shepherd? No, or was it the pit? It was a pit bull, but not here.
Not the tan one?
No, it might have been tan. I don't know. It was like a dark brown.
Yeah,
but it was up on the Parkway.
Oh, okay, that's
different. And I was on Parkview, right?
Yeah.
And I just passed the Parkway, and I was on the right side of the road, and so I was kind of like on the hospital side of the Parkview, and I wasn't gonna walk down 27th because I decided I want to go take over this gym on the way to the crib. So I'm walking, and I hear this dog running up like, arr, 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 and I look, and there's this pit across the street on the other side of Parkview, like right there on York, and so I'm like, oh shit! So I stop, and the dog tries to run up on me, and I was like, don't do it! And he stopped and he kept barking at me. And I seen like this figure way off in the distance out in that field. And I was like, yo, come get your dog. And dude's just standing there like, I'm like, you better come get your fucking dog. And I'm thinking to myself, like, if that dog tries to bite me, I'm going to punch his ass.
I'm going to be trying to wreck. Yeah. I would beat the fuck out of whatever I could try to beat the fuck out of. I don't care. Like, yep. Except for like certain things. Like, it depends. If I'm going to die anyways, that bear's losing an eye. But other than that, like...
When we went hunting last year, and I was sitting at that lake fishing, it was just me. And, like, I was super far from everybody. And the whole time I was thinking to myself, like, if a bear came right now, nobody would know.
No, we have no idea either.
It's just me, a buck knife, and a fishing pole. That's all I got.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know, man. I get why I see those people who run into the jaws of death. That's the guy that you know you're gonna die. I'm rushing it. Mm-hmm. I'm like, fuck, wait. I don't want to wait. I just don't for my life to be over.
Nope.
Looking at me.
Like if somebody was
head.
was like, "Oh, I'm gonna make sure that you die slowly," I'd be like, "Why?" Like if I had no choice but to die by this dude's hands, I'd be like, "Why? Just end it, man!" Like,
why are you fucking around?
You could have way more fun. You could have killed like 30 people by now. You want to
Waste time.
You want to waste 30 people's worth of time on me?
Oh man. Oh, I've seen dog up north. Well, I mean, I've seen wolves up north, and I've seen coyotes like surrounding the fucking Ponsford. Like, there's a little neighborhood in Ponsford that coyotes were like on the outside of the little thing, because there would be streets, and then there would be houses, and outside of the houses it'd be just like thickets or fucking tall grass, and you hear the coyotes like 20 yards away, 30 yards away, like running in the fucking tall grass and all that shit, and howling and yipping and barking and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, ooh, but like, I've seen dogs up there that look wicked as fuck. Like, there's a shepherd I saw up there with like mange, and it looked scary as fuck, dude.
Really?
Yes, and it was in the dark. So okay, it was one of the first times because the first time I smoked weed, it was out of a soda can with my uncles over South Minneapolis. The second time I smoked weed was with my uncle Junebug, or my dad's cousin Junebug, so it would be my second cousin.
What was that?
People flying through the alleys like it's a fucking racetrack.
I'm saying.
And it was my uncle Junebug and my cousin Randy, and we're all in the house and smoking and drinking. And I have never really, I drank before at that point, and I was still 10. And this, like I said, it's my second time smoking. And me and Randy and them, and this probably like October, around this time of year, actually. Matter of fact, yeah, because it was the second time I've ever hunted reservation. And I was not able to hunt with the gun yet, but I could still do all that shit. And me and Randy had left the house, and we went and sat in the truck, and we had smoked some weed, and I was like laughing my ass off, high as fuck. And then it was like joints. It's the first time I ever smoked a joint, and we smoked a joint, and he was like laughing, and I'm like spitting pizza up all over from laughing because I'm fucking stupid. And I was talking about like I want to go lay down because I'm fucking like so high, and my dad was throwing up on himself. By the way, there's another reason I went outside, because it was embarrassing. He was sitting there passed out drunk and just throwing up all over his chest, and I'm like, oh no, that's gross. But yeah, so me and Randy went out, smoked, and I was like, I'm gonna walk to Boobs' house, which is my dad's aunt. It's like 2 blocks away, so it's like this little neighborhood, like no shit. There was like maybe 5 squares, like just like of houses, and you could see everybody's house, and they're spaced really far apart, and I could see Boobs' house from there. And I'm walking, and this dog comes running up out of nowhere, and it's like got no hair on like half of its face, and it looked like a fucking giant rat. I'm not kidding you. Like a tall fucking rat, dude. Like a rat that was like tall and skinny.
Oh, fuck.
And like hair that was like sparse, and it came up and it growled at me.
No.
Dude, I freaked the fuck out, dude. And I was high as shit, dude. And that's the first time I've ever seen a dog that was that far down the line with mange that wasn't like crippled. Because normally when I see a dog with mange, they're sickly.
Yeah.
This fucking thing, this thing came up at me like it was vicious, and I was like, "What the fuck?
What the fuck?"
And yeah, so I'm like yelling at it to go away, and yelling. I'm fucking, instead of running away from it, I fucking I like scream and run at it, and it takes off. So I think that kind of helped build that instinct from then on out to like go for it.
Like, I'm gonna punch it. I'm gonna punch that. I'm gonna punch that giant rat.
That thing scared me. It would have eaten me.
But you won't punch the giant rat that you.
Nope. I won't. Those giant rats are scary down there, man. Because you know what? You ever seen how fast rats are?
No. Well, I mean, like the ones in like the little terrariums and shit. Like,
no, those Because if you see a rat, okay, just look up on YouTube later. Rats attacking people or animals, and them fuckers are fast. They are fast. They are not slow. They are fast, and they are vicious.
Pull this shit up.
It's fucking scary, dude. Like cats have fucking times with them bitches, dude.
Really?
Yes. And if you've ever been taken down by a cat, you know that shit don't feel good. I've had cats attack my legs before. I used to have a cat with big balls that would smack people's feet when they walked in my house. when me and Marisol were living together. So what are we looking at here?
Rats attacking people.
Yeah, rat.
That was a pigeon.
That rat is killing that pigeon. You see that?
That's wild, man.
I told you, rats ain't no hoe. They're no hoe, Sprout.
Hold up.
I'm not fucking with no rats. I'll fuck with anything else, but those things that are fast and small, I just can't deal with, man. Because you gotta have really good.
This one says rats attack man in infested New York station. I get bad signal out here.
I see.
Let's do that.
My Wi-Fi?
Yeah, it's your Wi-Fi. Maybe.
Man, I don't know. All I know is that that's a fucking horror movie down in my basement waiting to happen. Either that or a campaign.
A campaign?
Hey, here's our first D&D campaign. Oh, that's like live action.
Just some LARPing?
Yep.
Oh, fuck that.
Oh, there's a rat on this dude's lap, and he's laying on like a pew. Basically, it's basically like a bench.
Yeah, like a
pew.
bench, wooden bench pew.
And they're in a subway, and you can hear a train going by, and there's a rat on this dude's lap, and it is fucked up. That's not attacking earlier.
Oh,
Okay.
this is early. Okay, what about now?
What about,
Oh,
my
there's
damn,
two of them.
Hey, what up, G? 2 rats. What the fuck is going on? Okay. Like, what are they doing?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out. They're just like on a pole.
I don't see.
Let me just fast forward a little bit.
Oh my god, did you see how many rats that was? 1, 2, 3. Okay, never mind. It looked like 5 or 6, but I was tripping. Okay, it's only 3, but still, that's a lot of fucking rats, bro. Oh, there's more rats all over the place.
Goddamn.
Is he gonna attack them?
I don't think so. I think it was a bluff. It's a clickbait. That's a lot of fucking rats, dude.
Dude, I can't deal with that shit. Those things are fast though, dude. And they got sharp teeth and diseases. And the fleas that they have diseases.
Because the rats are diseased.
That's how the bubonic plague spread, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Good on having any plague. I don't want to roll.
So what we need is armor, chainmail, sword, shield, torch, potions, lotions, ointments, and
I'm all the way up till you got to the lotion. Then ointments. Maybe. I feel like a fucking flamethrower would work. But then I got a fucking rat on fire running around.
and possibly your garage on fire.
Yeah, it's a situation. I don't know, man. It's pretty fucking scary down there.
Dude, maybe that's what we should do for Halloween next year.
What?
Is just record us trying to fucking
battle the rats?
Yeah. Like some Blair Witch shit.
That's
like
so
the camera
silly.
just tips and falls over and we're just getting eaten by rats.
Yep. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. I'm worried about getting the disease, but you know what? Fuck it, right?
You only live as many times as your body lets you.
Which I think is once. I feel like I've died a couple of times already, though. But yeah, Halloween is today, and I'm trying to make sure that I have some kind of scare in me, whether that be from a movie or doing something treacherous. I don't fucking know, but I want to get something done. I do. What's your favorite scary movie? Actually, I should ask that while we're at this.
I don't know if I have a favorite one.
What?
But I do really like the first 2 Insidious movies a lot. Like, a lot. They're really good. They're
Okay.
good jump scares.
Like, okay, what? Okay, so is that like, what would that be considered? Like, not monster. Like, would that be ghost?
It's like a ghost kind of movie.
Possession ghost
Yeah.
movie? Okay. I think, honestly, mine's are really corny. I got a few of them because like there's so many horror genre type movies, like zombie movies.
Oh, I do like not to cut you off. I do like the Japanese version of The Ring. That was really good.
How did I know there was gonna be a Japanese something in there? Okay, I like that one too. Yeah. I have like zombie movies are dope. Like I love Dusk Till Dawn, the remake and the original.
Yeah.
Those are probably one of my favorite zombie movies. And then for ghost movies, it's so corny. 13 Ghosts.
Really?
I really love
Somebody
it.
on Twitter said that too. They're like, it's the best Halloween movie ever.
It's so fucking corny. But
I like that movie though.
What I really love is the special features on the DVD where they got the backstories on each ghost. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But like monster, as far as like monsters go, like monster horror movies, I would say Pumpkinhead's like one of my favorite ones. You remember that one?
No.
It was like, okay, do you remember remember Aliens? Or Alien and Aliens. It was the robot, the android dude.
Yeah.
Okay, that guy played in Pumpkinhead, right? And his son was a little blonde boy, and they ran like this little market in the middle of the country, and these city folks show up with their dirt bikes, and they go and they drive around and ride, and while they're at this market out in the fields, and this little kid wanders away and out that way, and a dude lands like right on top of the kid and kills him basically with his fucking dirt bike, and then they bounce out. Some of them try to stay there, and the dad sees what happens, freaks out, and runs over, gets his kid, and then tries to get him somewhere, but he knows he's dead, and he's like driving around with his dead kid, and then he goes to this witch in the woods because he remembers when he was a kid about this monster that was outside of their cabins and shit, and nobody would let this guy in because he was cursed by Pumpkinhead, and like
Right.
Pumpkinhead was supposed to kill him. So this dude found that witch in the woods and fucking basically cursed those kids for Pumpkinhead to come, and he's this big, tall, fucking like 9-foot tall fucking monster thing that just is ugly as shit and comes out of a pumpkin patch and kills motherfuckers. It's really fucking. I like that movie. It was sad. I was like, they killed that little boy. I was behind the monster the whole fucking time.
Get him, Pumpkinhead.
Get him, Pumpkinhead. Yeah. But then you got possession movies too. It's like Evil Dead's my favorite one. Like as far as like possession type
that's
movie.
like one of the best.
That's my shit. Evil Dead series, any one of those. And I think that's about it. Werewolf movies. What's your favorite werewolf movie? There's so many good ones.
I know.
So many shit ones.
Oh, I like American Werewolf in London.
That's one of my favorites.
And Paris.
And Paris.
There's not. I mean,
Silver Bullet was dope.
Silver Bullet was good. Underworld, the first one was alright. I didn't really see the other ones.
They got really CG. They were way too CG for my liking. Trying to think of the name of that one. Bad Moon. That was a good one. Yeah, really like that one.
It's not a very scary movie, but I'm really fond of Teen Wolf.
Yeah, that was not
good.
bad. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. It's funny. The Howling series. There's a lot of good ones from the Howling series. I recommend watching at least the second or third one.
Oh, and that part in Thriller where Michael Jackson was the werewolf?
Yeah.
That's actually scared the fuck out of me when I was a kid.
That's actually supposed to be a cat.
Really?
He's a were-cat.
I did not know.
Yeah, he's supposed to be like a jaguar.
That's why he had the weird yellow eye at the end? Okay.
Yep. And the whiskers.
Yeah, okay.
Like that. Yeah, he was a cat. And he had the paws. Yeah. So, yeah. And he had a thing with jaguars. Maybe you notice he turned into one in another video, too.
Remember the Time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. And then, was it Remember the Time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I can't remember.
It was a panther.
I can't remember. Either way, yeah, he turned into a panther. Or I think that was the one where he beat the car up. Where he was like dancing next to the chick in the fucking street.
Oh, he turned into like a regular ass cat then, I think, wasn't it?
I don't know. I just know he liked cats.
Oh, no, it was like a big ass, yeah. Like a puma or some shit.
Yeah. Yeah, Michael Jackson loved to turn into animals.
And robots.
And robots.
That man was Megatron at one point in
Fuck
time.
yeah. Moonwalker. I have that game.
I missed that game.
We should play through it.
Hell yeah.
I'm trying to think. Werewolf movies, man. I ever tell you the scariest fucking moment I had when I was a kid? I was convinced for like 2 years straight that there was such thing as werewolves.
Really?
Yes. No shit. And it was it was in 6th grade, I believe. Yeah, 6th grade. And I was in 6th grade, and we were living in Anoka, and I was in my bedroom, and it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and something woke me up, and I heard howling, and it was like thunderstorm and fucking wind blowing, and I kept hearing howling, like not like wind howling, but like a legit sound like a wolf fucking howling outside of my window, and it would not stop, and I was fucking scared as fuck, because I looked out the window and I couldn't see shit, but I saw something in the little patch of woods that was right behind my house, and I swear to God, I saw like an animal, like a wolf or like a werewolf fucking thing down there, and I was like completely convinced that I saw a werewolf, right? And I kept hearing howling, and it was just fucking getting louder and louder, and I covered my ears, and I went la 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 until I fell asleep, dude. And I woke back up at like 5 in the morning, and my dad and everybody's awake, and there's a giant thunderstorm still going, and my dad and I'm all awake, and I go downstairs and I freak out and I tell them about what I heard, and they're like, "Oh, that was nothing. It was probably fucking, some wind blowing on an open pipe or yada yada yada." And for the longest time, I was like, "No, there was a werewolf outside my fucking window." And then a few years later, I'm at one of my friend Josh's house, and there's another thunderstorm happening, and I hear howling again. I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" He's like, "That's a fucking neighbor's dog stuck outside in the rain again. He's trying to get in the house." I'm like, "That explains it." Because the neighbor did have a fucking dog. And I was like, and I remember the next morning leaving for school, like freaked out and seeing the dog outside in the yard, and it was still raining. And I'm like, that dog. I was like, that makes sense. For like 2 years, I believed in werewolves. I didn't ever think of it. I never thought of that.
When I was really young, I thought that vampires were real because we lived over south, and we were staying with some close friends of the family, and this is a native family, and like the whole neighborhood was native. We were like I was like the only black kid there really besides my sister, and I was led to believe that one of the girls that lived in the neighborhood was a vampire. She had like the teeth, like she got the little like vampire like fangs that she get for Halloween and shit, and she would always chase me around and try to bite my ass, and I was deathly afraid of this girl for like months. And one day she chased me all the way upstairs to like it was like a duplex, and she chased me all the way upstairs to like the main entrance of like the upstairs part of the duplex, and I ran in the door and I shut it and locked it, and I ran in the fridge because I was thinking to myself, like, if a stray dog was chasing my ass, I'd throw some meat, they'll leave me alone, right? So I grabbed some bologna and I opened the door, threw the bologna.
Did you take it home?
I don't know. I shut the door and I fucking hid behind the couch and shit. Like, she's gonna eat me.
So she probably was like, "Yo, I know how to get groceries." Just chase around these little kids. So when anybody talks about getting chased, it reminds me of the time I got chased by my sister, and I was living in Boston. Actually, I was living in Cape Cod at the time, and I was it's like almost like a beach house, right? Mm-hmm. Because I'm like 2 blocks from the ocean, and there's like bluffs and all that shit right down the way, and it was me, my older sister April, and her friends, and they were hanging out, and in their bedroom, right?
Right.
And it's me in the living room watching TV, and I'm watching MTV, right? And I go to my sister's bedroom, and I open the door, and they're gone. And I'm like, but before that, they were gassing me up on the story of this guy named Chester, the child molester.
I've heard those stories.
Yes, right? I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, he would come and kidnap kids and break into their houses and take kids and molest them and then kill them. And I'm like, no way. Like, that freaked me out, right? And then, so I'm watching MTV in my living room, and I hear a banging on the door because I go to my sister's room. Like, I hear banging on the door. I'm like, who's here? And I hear somebody like, let me in. I'm like, oh, fuck, this is fucking scaring me. I run to my sister's room, and I open the door, and she's gone. And her and her friend are gone. They're nowhere to be found, right? And I see in the window, and I'm looking in the window, and I see a fucking face pop in the window, and it's a fucking redhead. Like, he's got red eyebrows and red hair, and like freckles and like a big bulbous nose and shit.
Is this why you don't like redhead people?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe that might be my thing, but I don't know. I think no, because this like it was before that I remember my first disgust. It was before, so no, it was not that. But yeah, so I saw it's like, and he had like a fucking fisherman hat on, and I saw that dude's face, and he was like, "Let me in the fucking house," and I fucking freaked out, and I go running through my sister's room, and the window's partially open, so I fucking yank it all the way open, and I jump out the fucking window, and then land on my back, and I roll, and I see her come running across, or him run across to the other side of the fucking the wall, and I see him come around the corner, and I get up, and I'm running, and they're chasing me, and I'm zigzagging fucking through houses, running down the street, screaming my fucking head off, and I keep looking, and I keep looking back, and I see the fucking person chasing me, and I get to the bluffs, and the bluffs, for me, the bluffs are like 50 feet high. That's how high they say it. I didn't give a fuck. I jumped down the fucking bluff into like sand and rolled down the fucking hill, dude. And they were up at the top of the bluff yelling at me, like, and they didn't jump. They just wouldn't jump, but they ran along the ridge of the fucking bluffs. And I'm like, fucking booking it, run through the sand, and they just couldn't keep up with me. I was just gone. And I remember running around down by the beach and back between some houses, and I get back home. And when I get back home, I fucking lock myself up in the house and fucking hide. And then I see my sister coming back in the house with the fucking mask on, and they're laughing. And I'm like, you bitch! Oh, you bitch! And, yeah. Yep. Yep.
So I fucked up.
You know what I did though?
You probably thought she was gonna die that day.
Dude, you know what I did to her? I fucking smashed up her Poison CD or her Poison fucking cassette tapes, her Bon Jovi cassette tapes, her fucking Guns N' Roses cassette tapes. I smashed all of those fucking things. I was like, you fucking leave me alone again, will you? Fucking bitch. That fucking terrified me, and it fucking had me fucked up for a while. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I can't even trust my own family.
That's so fucked up.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, my dad. This is the fucking best shit ever, and I wish that I could do this with my kid. He had a haunted house in the basement one year. I was about like 10 or 12, and he had like all the kids that came over to hang out for Halloween. They would, because it was on the weekend, coincidentally. But like all the kids in our family would hang out. And it was an order, like all the little kids going first, and you go in order by age. But so you go in there. Ooh, it's spooky, scary down here, right? Cobwebs coughing over here. Fucking, like you got my uncles coming out like, ooh, I'm a werewolf. Ooh, I'm a vampire. Shit like that. And then you go in the bathroom in the basement, and then like in the sink. Like my stepmom Lori would like have you like blindfolded, and she would like have you like reach in there, and then like they'd be like, oh, feel the eyeballs. It's like peeled grapes, or like the brains is like raw meat or some shit like. And so after that, you're like, okay, that was cool, whatever, and you're walking out, and then on the way out, say, like, ooh, I'm a werewolf, ooh, I'm a vampire, and then right when you get to the coffin, my dad kicks that shit open, bam. He's like, I was so scared, dude. This nigga came out with a hatchet and a Jason Voorhees mask on. And I was wondering the whole night where the fuck my dad was at. I had no idea what was going on. He's like, bam! I want to kill you! And I'm screaming, crying. He had me by the collar. And he's like, And I was like, I want my mom! I want my mom! And he's like, your mother's not here to save
That sounds awesome, dude.
And ever since then, I've been jump scaring people. Like, I do it to my own kid. I'm like, ah! Like,
Yep. Oh, it's gonna be good.
That's who raised me.
I feel like I'm gonna have to scare my kids awake tonight. Maybe that's what I'll do.
Oh, do like the old Homer Simpson, like, hey Bart, check out my chainsaw and hockey mask.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna record that shit. I'm gonna snap it and I'm gonna record it on the GoPro. For real. It's gonna happen tonight.
Man,
it's getting dark.
It is.
I should probably get ready to go.
Same.
Well, I guess we should do it on the podcast soon.
Yeah, definitely. There will be one coming up very soon. Hopefully this will be uploaded before Halloween ends, but definitely on November 1st. So for those of you listening, sorry we're a day behind.
Yep.
Lots of festivities going on today.
A lot of things happened in the last couple of days. John Witherspoon died. Rest in peace.
R.I.P. Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, bang, bang, bang. And I think not a lot of things have happened, actually. Things will happen. But, yeah. Until then, peace.
Matane.
Dude, I'm so ready to go steal some candy from my kid.